Well, surprise, surprise, surprise. It's Mike 87 coming to you from my garage. And here I am detailing my bike on Thanksgiving 2020. I took the bike down to the local car wash yesterday, the one that you saw in a previous video where the guy was just starting and I had to abandon my plan. But yesterday, I was able to wash the bike. Not that you need to see this, but so I use that spray gun thing, and it's got the pre-soak, the wash, the tricolor, the tire stuff. It's got all kinds of the clear coat, the spotless rinse, all that stuff, and it has the drying gun. So did the whole bike yesterday just to get it, generally clean. But now I'm going to attempt a detailing. So as you can see, there's the bike. I guess. I don't know. I can't tell. I get the phone the wrong way. Just so you know, these are metal blinds. They used to be plastic, but I replaced them a couple years ago because they were damaged. And over here, you say, what the hell happened to these? Well, there was a bunch of stuff here before, and I think some of it fell and damaged that. Or maybe this thing when I was putting it up, I don't know. But anyway, those are really old, and I got to replace them, and I will. But that's from like junk or something, nothing violent. And now, as you can see here, I've got my detail stuff kind of lined up, ready to go. Bunch of detail stuff. I put on a warm, well, it was warm when I started, wet cloth on the windshield to kind of loosen the bug guts. I don't know if that's going to work. Carolina Wildman says he does that, and it works for him, so I'm going to give it a try. Let me see if I can turn this around. There we go. Oh, sorry. So how am I going to do this? Maybe I'll prop you guys up on my chainsaw. See how that works. That's not too bad. Maybe even lower. Let me go down here and try it this way next to the cockroach body. Yeah. So if I see comments, maybe I'll try to go look at them. But anyway, I won't have this on here the whole time. Just wanted to kind of share a little bit with you about my detailing. The bike is generally good, except when you really get up close, you can see spots and stuff that a spray gun's not going to get. You actually have to physically wipe the bike. I also have this other thing. Let me see if I can find this for you here. Meguiar's makes this clay bar. I watched a little bit about clay bar and how that can help. Hey Ahmed, how's it going, my friend? Happy Thanksgiving. Maybe I'll hold the phone as I do this. I don't know, it's not going to be very feasible, is it? Anyway, this is the clay bar. Turkey Day detailing. Hey Nick, happy Turkey Day, happy Thanksgiving. Yeah, I know, it's frightening to say. It's more like Halloween. So, Mauricio, I can't, it disappeared before I could see who it was. But anyway, happy Thanksgiving to you. If you're watching, thank you. Got my clay bar, and I figured I'd just give it a try, see what happens. I don't think it can hurt anything. It's a clay bar. It's clay. It's supposed to take all the stuff that's in your clear coat and pull the little rocks and stuff out. Let's see if that garnered anything. Yeah, I got a little bit of stuff in there. I'm good, I'm good. Love the clay bar, use it all the time. All right, thanks, Nick. That's good to know. Hopefully I'm using it correctly. I'm trying to, be light with it. I don't want to scratch the bike, and I make sure to check it before I do other parts, so I don't use the same stuff to, I don't want to have all that rock that I pull up to then scrape other places. But That seems to be working pretty decent on getting these bug guts up. I think I may have found a new solution to my bug gut problem. I wish that we could have like conversation, you know, like Facebook Messenger Live, you know. Happy Thanksgiving, Michael Stevenson. Yeah, you know what? This clay bar seems to be doing really good on this bug gut stuff. Takes it right off. Look at that. That's pretty sweet. Huh. Who knew? Because you know how bug guts can be. I mean, they're like cement on there, for goodness sakes. Let's take a look at this now. This is the really bad part. So let's see how that goes. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's awesome. Look at that. It just takes it right up. Oh, sweet. Bug guts no more. Man, I should bring this out on the road with me. When I'm on like a long motorcycle trip, I could totally use this stuff. Yeah, it's pretty good. Got a nice bucket of water here. Let's see if I can manipulate this clay so I can use a part that's not dirty. There we go. Yeah, that's pretty sweet right there. That is pretty darn sweet. Gotta say, it works very well. Takes all the bug guts off. I hope you guys are having a good Thanksgiving. If you have any suggestions about another way I could do this video, I've heard that sometimes those bug problems. I know somebody heard something about bug problems, but I didn't read the rest of it. Sorry, I don't read fast enough for this damn thing. Apparently it has no respect for my slow reading abilities. I'll read it after. I can hear my neighbors next door doing their magical thing. Oh, man. Yes, notice your windshield getting micro nicks from rocks or something. Seems more nick prone than my other bikes. Hadn't noticed yet, but my eyes aren't so good, so maybe I'm confusing nicks for bad eyes. I don't know. Nicks and scrapes and things. I don't know what. I wonder who makes these Lexan windshields. Is it like one big manufacturer that makes them for all the bikes, or is it Honda makes their own, Harley makes their own? I would imagine not. Imagine that each manufacturer's like, I can just outsource this. That's what I would do. Hey, Mike, like your video. Cup holder is it the regular one or the big one? The big one. It's the big ass one. Yeah, I got that from Gold Strike, I think it was. And I put it on, you know, the left side. That's the mount for it. And somebody says, you know, how do you drink on the road when you have a full face helmet? I have one of them long ass straws. That's a bendy straw. And I can do it that way, or I drink at stops. Sometimes if I'm at a stop, I drink. So that's how that happens. I'm trying to see if I can get more of this out of here. Can't tell if it's on one side or the other side. See that little one right there? Anyway, I will try to answer the comments later on. Hear about the new Honda Rebel DCT? No, I didn't realize there was one. Cool. That'd be interesting to see. I think DCT is the way of the future, baby. It just enhances the ride. You don't have to concern yourself with shift timing or nothing. You just, off you go. You can concentrate on the cornering. I noticed that I have adapted to the bike, and the bike has adapted to me because it's got one of them smart transmissions that learns you. Haven't had to do a reinitialization of it. So I haven't had any problems. It's very smooth, very nice. But that's just me, you know, some people have different preferences. I'm a happy camper with this damn thing. I gotta tell you, I'm a very happy camper. Yeah, she's getting things ready in the house. She didn't kick me into the garage, but I figure it's just best to stay out of her way. She went in the living room to sit down for a little bit and rest because everything's cooking. She's got 2 turkey breasts going. So hopefully she'll have all that ready to go pretty soon. I might have to clay bar the whole damn bike. This thing is awesome. Who knew? I didn't know. Oh, I was going to do this part over here. So, anyway. It's 70 degrees today where I live. 70. 70. Gotta love it. It's one of the warmest Thanksgivings on record. One of the warmest Novembers on record. In North Carolina. I think we're the 6th warmest so far this year. Woohoo! Yes, I'm noticing. This clay bar is awesome. I used it a little bit on the Harley, and then I just kind of got lazy. I don't wash this bike nearly as much as I ought to. I guess part of it is I'm not a huge fan of, I'm not as big a fan of the way this bike looks as I was about the Harley. Harley just has this cool style, and the fit and finish. You got to admit, fit and finish on a Harley is really nice. Paint is awesome usually, and the plastics are, I think, a better quality. Just my opinion. Yeah, and plus when you clean a Harley, oh my God, look what I just pulled off that lens. Yikes. Ooh. Let's see if I can get clean clay. There we go. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Check it out. Oh, somebody said something. The dog still refuses to go out here. Out? Really? Is it that cold and rainy? I leave my dogs inside most of the time. I mean, they have the deck. I call it the poop deck. They poop on the deck out back. Yeah, I know. I would get a fence, but there's a lot of snakes and ticks and stuff out there. Wait, you got snow? Dang. Hey, Joseph. Happy Thanksgiving. I am enjoying your comments. Only thing is, it's kind of always the same exact comment. I love your videos. So hopefully, that's just because it's easier for you to type that or something. But thank you. Cleaning the bike from all the bug stuff. Look at all the bug stuff go away. Wow. I know this is like watching paint dry. I know. Liverpool's cold, huh? Yeah, you guys are way up there. Tell you what, since I moved to Hawaii and then moved here, I am not going to be a huge fan of long periods of cold ever again. Oh boy, what do I love about this bike versus Gemma? The speed, the handling, the cornering ability of this bike. It's very flickable, very, very good in cornering. Fast as lightning when you get into sport mode. I also really enjoy not having to shift all the time. And the quiet. Bike is super quiet compared to the Harley. On the Harley, when I was really getting on it, because I had a stage 4, it really sounded like the bike was trying so hard to do stuff, you know. And Harley Trek, he used to say, He knows when I'm about to get on it because he can hear Gemma's war horn. And they complained often about how loud my bike would get. Not just Gemma, but the Phoenix before it. I had the other bike, the Phoenix, and that had loud pipes too. Those were Reinhardt's. The pipes I had on Gemma, on the 2017 Harley Ultra Limited with a Stage 4, the pipe on that was a single pipe, and it was a D&D billet cat, if I recall correctly. And that was loud. It wasn't as loud as the Reinhardt's, but it was loud. And, you know, 4 hours on the road, 5 hours on the road, your head's ringing when you get off. Ears are hurting. Headache. Didn't like that at all. So, yeah, I like the quiet of this bike. Smoothness. Smooth. Love smooth. Smooth is important. The handling is great. The suspension, I mean, is just fantastic. Absorbs the bumps really, really well. DCT. No, this is not my first live chat. I've done a few of these. I know I'm probably handling it like it's my very first because I don't know what the hell I'm doing. But, yeah. Doing this all one-handed as I hold my phone up. Let's see, what else, Nick, about the... Oh, I love paying less for gas. Loud exhaust is fine, play bike, but for long distance... Yeah, you get that right. Like, if I could have a second bike, I'm really leaning toward a Harley. Maybe a Softail, like one of them new Softails, like the Fat Bob. I really like the Fat Bob. Maybe kind of make that real custom, you know. Wouldn't mind loud pipes on short rides, but long rides, Jesus. I want a bike that can lean way over, take the corners really, really fast, which this bike can. There's a Honda double R 1000 R, not the race bike. There's another one. It's like a naked bike. I like that one. Yeah, Lowrider S. Those are nice. So I'm not adverse to owning a Harley, obviously. I love Harleys. As a second bike, definitely. My main touring bike is always going to be one of these now. Quiet pipes and music, yeah. And you know the music thing? I will say that about this. The speakers on this bike suck for highway stuff. They're very anemic. So if you're looking to have a nice loud set of speakers, you're going to have to do a custom job on this. Go get aftermarket stuff. Because it just doesn't do it. Just doesn't do it. You should check out... Something wrong. Okay, I'll look at that later on. Yeah, the speakers on this are not that good. But I don't listen to the radio through the speakers. I Bluetooth to my Sena, my headset, and that's fine for me. I mean, my hearing is such crap anyway that, you know, I'm not going to get all picky about high fidelity when my ears can't do high fidelity anymore either. So, all those years of headphones, right? I used to say that when I was younger. If you're smart, you'll invest in hearing aid technology, because our generation, people in their 40s and 50s and 60s, we've been wearing headphones a long time. We've been messing up our hearing. Paying for that. So, how's the clutch? Oh yeah, now the DCT, right? Like I said, that's one of the things I really love about this bike over the Harley, because the Harley you had to always shift, you know, and I was fine. I mean, I could shift the bike, no problem. But every once in a while, you shift up when you mean to shift down, or you shift down when you mean to shift up. And it's frustrating and embarrassing, or you have trouble finding neutral sometimes. You know, little things like that. I never stalled the bike, which is good. In the slow parking lot maneuvers, I'm better at on this bike than I was on the Harley. It's just easier. You just, once you learn it, you know, it takes some time. There's always a learning curve. But yeah, I love the slow parking lot maneuvers. Well, you've seen my practice videos, right? I mean, I make a lot of those. And I'm doing U-turns and stuff. I'm not within 2 parking spaces, but then again, I wasn't really on the Harley either. But I'm in about 2.5 parking spaces. I can do pretty decent. I do a momentum thing. I just let the momentum kind of carry me through the rest of it. And there's a guy, I don't know who he is, but he makes videos with the Honda Goldwing as well. And he notices, do you know how much angle? 40 degrees of lean angle. Eating for Thanksgiving. Turkey, I'm eating turkey for Thanksgiving. Turkey breast, because I don't like the other stuff. Turkey breast. Mac and cheese. Not like boxed mac and cheese, like good mac and cheese. Yeah, hang on, I'll talk about that in a minute. So what else am I eating? Pumpkin cheesecake pie. All of it made by, you know, Sweet Pea. You ain't never gonna see her on a TV because she doesn't. You gotta go way back in the old videos to see that. Back in 2012, you'll see her there. She was known as Sassy Frog back then. So yeah. All right, now, how come I don't do upgrades? Well, for engine upgrades, I don't need to because the bike is super duper fast already. And I've noticed on the forums and stuff, nobody really talks about doing an engine upgrade or a modification of any kind on the Goldwings, on this one or on the previous generations. I don't really see anything about that. And I asked one day, and people are like, well, why would you want to? It's perfectly fine the way it is. So it's that whole idea of I get the bike and then I upgrade the engine and I get new cams and I get stage 1 air kit and all that. That's gone now. I don't have that anymore. I don't need it. The bike comes as fast as it comes. It's great. I think it's kind of a scam to sell a bike that's underpowered and then people feel they have to go and get upgrades. They say, oh, it's the EPA. No, it's not, because you can get the upgrades and they're legal. Why not just come out with the thing? So, well, I got a stage 4, and then 6 months later, the company puts out stock stage 4. Well, why didn't they do that in the first place? You know, like I had the 114. I got upgraded from 107 to 114. And like a year later, not even, they come out with a stock 114. Then you can get an upgrade to 117. And they come out with a stock 117. So if you can do a stock 117, why don't you just do a stock 117? I think it's a way for them to get the dealerships some money, because the dealerships are getting all this money putting this stuff in. And I think that's kind of a little thing they got going. And I fell prey to it. And now I feel kind of like I was, well, I know I'm stupid, but now I can see how stupid I was. Upgrade this, upgrade that. Now for this bike, I will say I want to upgrade the lights. Headlights, if I can get newer headlights that shoot farther down the road. Hello, Harley Dayrider. Hey, HDR, what's up? Happy Thanksgiving. I want to get lights on this, you know, on the wheels or whatever, just to make this bike more noticeable. In the daytime, right up until darkness, I usually put on the high beams now. I've been doing that lately, just so I'm more noticeable. At night, I don't. I only use them when I have to, because I don't want to blind other cars. Other cars, like this is a car. People go, hey, it's a car, it's a car. Yeah, I know. I did get, this is the tack form phone mount. Love that. This is the Gold Strike big ass cup holder. And over here, I got a license plate holder valance thing. And then I changed this out. It used to just be a red reflector. Now that's actually a running light. So I don't even know. Maybe it's a brake light too. I can't remember. That's all I really got on this bike so far. Part of the reason is the electrical stuff. It requires a lot of taking off of all the outer plastics, and I just don't want to do all that. The pegs, as you can see there, take a moment to talk about these pegs. All right, are we still going? Yeah. So these pegs here, as you can see, the titanium is doing just fine. I scrape a lot because I like to scrape. Happy Thanksgiving, Alan. So the pegs are stock pegs, but the pucks I added on, they keep the pegs from getting ruined. And you get a Harley upgrade. Yeah. So this bike is faster than my 2017 114, stage 4 Harley Ultra. Well, this bike has the power to weight ratio to beat it anyway. It's a lighter bike. And it's good, you know, a 6-cylinder engine, so it doesn't work as hard to get up to that speed. And these bikes are very well known for having engines that'll last 300,000 miles or something. So, not that I will live long enough to put that many miles on this bike. I'll probably trade it in anyway. They'll come out with something super duper in 2025 and I'll be like, I'm gonna get it. Just meant like lightning windshield, better sound system, not engine. Yeah. Like I said, the sound system I haven't upgraded because I don't really use the speakers on the bike. I use my Sena headset. Because the road noise is such that I'd have to blare the speakers anyway. Like on the Harley, I had to blare the speakers just to hear them. And I get coming at me, and I just don't like loud noises. Aren't you afraid to drop it and have expensive repairs? No, I'm not afraid. I did drop it out in the street out here doing a U-turn on the street. And the crash bars protected it fine. It was fine. And very easy to lift. This bike is so easy to lift. The Harley was not easy to lift. This bike, easy to lift. And there was nobody around for me to ask to help me, so I was able to pick this bike up. You know, the MSF way, you put your back up to it, turn the handlebar in, blah, blah, blah. So, yeah. I'm not worried about practicing on this bike. I do it all the time. And, yeah, I've never really had a problem. Jay, he crashed doing some practice. It was probably not the most ideal situation in retrospect for him to do it the way he did. And he knows that. But he didn't really damage his bike either. So, yeah, I'm not so worried about it. Plus, you know, people say this bike is so expensive. Uh-oh, I gotta rotate back, sorry. The aspect is locked. What was I talking about? God, this Alzheimer's is kicking my ass. Something about the quality, something. Shit. Oh, maybe it's this. I'm not as keen, oh yeah, people say this bike's super expensive. Right? You get the most expensive bike out there. What is that, $40,000? No. It was $28,000 out the door, 0.9% financing. Traded in my bike, so I didn't pay the whole 28. I think I reduced that. I got 18 for my bike, so not too bad at all, really. I mean, pretty happy. Love Gull Wings. Imagine that the plastics on the bike, if you're really cheap. Yeah, they do. They do. They're like, you know. Oh, look at this. Ready? Watch. See how that kind of flexes? Yeah, you know, it's not the worst. Set your scale back 10 pounds. Yeah, I know. I gotta set my scale. Well, yeah. Come on. I'm already fat. What was I doing? I was cleaning. I really like. I'm gonna go over here and put the phone down for a sec, just so I can wipe some of this. Maybe I don't know. Should I? Maybe I'll just keep clay barring. That way I can hold the phone. Harley dresser going for 2. Yeah. Like I said, this bike is not the airbag model, and I paid. You know, the price was $28,000. Traded in, got it reduced. You know, that kind of thing. So it's not that crazy expensive, as bad as people might think it is. I mean, my Harley was $28,000, and then I put all that other money. I think I put another $5,000 into it to get, you know, the handlebars and the stage 4 kit and the pipes and all that. So, you know, I spent a lot more on that Harley than I ever spent on this, which is another bonus. 87 octane in the tank. I know it's not a whole lot of savings, but it's nice. Goldwing is a really nice bike for what it is. You know, if you want iconic styling and badassery, you're not going to get a Goldwing. You're going to get a Harley, because that's got the badassery to it, right? I feel kind of foolish now for the way I used to look at motorcycling. Had to dress up like a pirate, you know, wear the do-rag and a half helmet and the leather chaps. When I first started, I had leather chaps. Then I felt so goofy, I got leather pants. And then over time, I started thinking, you know, I want more protection if I go down. That's because of that accident I had in 2010. And so over time, I slowly kind of morphed into a Honda rider, I guess. I never really felt I fit into that whole badass looking category. I'm not one of those types, I guess. I'm an English teacher, for goodness sakes. Somebody traded in their 2017 something I saw. I have CP, that's why I don't type much. Oh, okay. All right, well. Thank you, Joseph, and that sucks. I hate that you have cerebral palsy. That fucking sucks. Pardon my French. So hopefully you're managing it okay. Gotta be better than looking like a Power Ranger. Well, I don't know. I mean, the gear I have an adventure jacket. That's the climb jacket I have. I'll do a video on the gear I have later on. I have a climb jacket, which is the jacket I have. The model is basically for people who are riding adventure bikes. And it's got D3O armor and the elbows. It's got chest armor, back armor. It's got pockets everywhere. It's made out of super duper fabric. It doesn't really tear. I mean, if you go down, that's the thing you want. It flows a ton of air because it's got vents all over it, so I don't have to worry about that. I've got the Arai helmet. I've got the same kind of pants, the Badlands Pro pants from Klim. It's pronounced Klim, by the way, not Klim. If you look at the I if you look over the letter I in the name of Klim, it's a long line. It's not just a dot, which is they're trying to say. If you see a long line above a vowel, that means it's the long form of the vowel. For example, the letter A, you say A. If you see a little accent like that, it's A. If you see it like that, it's A. Hello. What's up?
I was just gonna let you know I was up, so you didn't have to.
Oh, all right. So when the alarm goes off, I can disregard it?
Yeah, that hour one, but the next one, no.
Yeah, the next one, I'm on it. All right. That's my sweet pea. She has awakened from her nap. So anyway, people say, well, that Klim is so expensive. Not Klim, Klim. And those boots, you got those Alpinestars Toucan boots. Oh my God, they're so expensive. Well, yeah, all that gear is expensive, but it's a hell of a lot cheaper than a hospital visit. I mean, the moment you walk into an emergency room or get pulled into an emergency room, you're already paying $3,000 in this country. And my insurance, I have Blue Cross Blue Shield state employee health insurance. And I'm on the 80/20. That's the best you can get, is the 80/20 plan. How nice of them, right? And so I pay 20%. Well, 20% of a $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 thing, that's a lot of money. Sure, I could use my car insurance or bike insurance to help defray the cost as well, but that's a lot of damn money if you get injured. But if you're wearing the proper gear with good padding and stuff, then, yeah. Now, the other thing, too, people, I think Harley people especially, are more concerned with the look. That's a very important thing. And I'm not criticizing. It's just a fact of life. Harleys look cool, and the people who ride them want to look cool. I get it. I was one of them. But I'm old and fat. I'm not in the market for a lady friend. And I'm not sexy anymore, not as if I ever was. But it's just, I'm out of that game. I don't care how I look anymore. I care how I feel. I care about safety. I don't really care. Somebody said, oh, now you've got an ugly bike to match your ugly gear. Whatever. Makes me happy. If you want to look cool, or you think you look cool wearing the stuff you're wearing, just know that if you're wearing all that Harley leather stuff with the do-rag and the no helmet or the half helmet, and you think, I look cool, man, somebody is calling you a butt pirate. And if you're wearing all the tight leather gear for the sport bike ride, someone's calling you a Power Ranger. No matter what you do, somebody is going to be making fun of you. You can't avoid it. If you just, stand outside wearing blue jeans and a t-shirt, someone's going to make fun of you. Oh, that stupid t-shirt. Oh, that blue jeans. We are such funny little creatures, aren't we? I'm Clay Barton, whole damn bike. Haters gonna hate. Exactly right, Michael. Exactly right. So, Nick, I hope I answered your question if you're still here. About what I like. I definitely don't miss the Harley at all. Yeah, better than a hospital. That's right, John. Yeah, I don't miss the Harley. I liked the look of the Harley better, but everything else, no. The heat, God, burning my leg on those pipes on the right side of the bike when I was on the Harley. I had to wear really tall engineer boots that came up to here. This is my knee, basically, underneath my pants, because I thought if I put my pants in them, I'm going to look... Not that I'm a homophobe or anything, I just don't want people to make fun of me. There again, the look again, right? So I was wearing really tall boots to avoid burning my leg on the Harley. And then I melted a bunch of boots on the pipes, which is a normal thing. When you have a Harley, you're going to melt some boots on some pipes. That's just going to happen. But not anymore. There's no part of this bike that you can touch without really getting down underneath it that would burn you. Ever. You don't feel the heat coming off this bike. It's wonderful. It's one less thing to worry about. And the heat, like in the summertime in North Carolina, the temperature is heat index. Oh, that's the thing, the heat index. 130 heat index in June and July. Yeah, you get... Harleys are a lot of money. You're paying for the look. Maybe a little bit the name. Also made in America, which means American wages are going into making it. You know, you have to pay American workers American wages, and Americans aren't going to be doing it for $8 an hour. Not making a bike. They got unions and stuff. And that's one of the reasons it's so expensive to buy a Harley. And if they try to ship overseas to build them over there, then they're going to get dinged for being unpatriotic and all that. So they're kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place. I don't know why Japanese bikes are cheaper for all the great power and stuff you get. I don't know how that system works over there. I don't know. But I know that Harleys are expensive in part because of the labor. And you're right, you don't get a whole lot of performance compared to a bike like the Goldwing, unfortunately. You're paying for style, I guess. Let me put this over here. Life could always be worse, able to get around. That's good. Let me see if I can put this somewhere where it won't fall. Do you need to, I don't know. Would you rather see me or would you rather see the bike? Probably the bike. Here's the bike. I'll just go like that. I can't see what you guys are saying when I do it that way, though. Oh, you know what I'll do? Hang on. There you go. Now I can clean and you can see me cleaning. And then I can see the comments. Ha ha! It only took me an hour. If anybody's still here. Goodness, time just goes by, you know, when you're cleaning and talking in the garage. This clay bar is awesome. I love this clay bar. I love it. Clay bar, will you marry me? Anyway. So I'm not gonna hate on Harleys because I love Harleys for what they do. They're great. But if you want a bike that's gonna act more like a sport bike but still be able to do touring stuff, then this new wing is definitely where it's at. The old wings, the previous generations, I never really liked them very much because they were kind of bulbous and they had so many buttons and gadgets on them. Doug Cassidy showed me some of the stuff that his previous gen wing had. Man, that thing, it was like a Swiss Army knife of a bike. It was amazing, all the stuff that it had. It was crazy. I'm like, damn. This has some buttons, yeah, but it's not overwhelming. And it does have gadgetry, yes, but it's all kind of well-managed. If you look at the previous generation of Goldwing, it really is overwhelming, I thought. It's like a damn space shuttle. I hope I'm not doing any damage to that thing. I'm trying to be gentle. There we go. This thing scratches so easily, so easily. All right, I think I'm done with that. So I think what I'm going to do now is show the outside a little bit here, and I'm going to log off because I've been on too long anyway. I'll be watching the comments and commenting myself later on. Thank you guys for joining me on this beautiful Thanksgiving. Still got to do that log. I appreciate it. I hope you guys are well. Stay safe out there. And if anybody coughs on you, run. Take a look at this tree. Look at this tree. Yeah, I was going to burn stuff there, but my brother's car broke down, so he can't make it, which is probably for the best. So I'll be out there by myself. Thanks, Michael. You too. Be safe. All right, guys. I will talk to you all later. Bye-bye.